EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. This defense for the Chiefs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Raiders had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it's no surprise there they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Mahomes firing complete, and he's going to get this down near the 25. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Yellow, yellow.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Mahomes now on first down. This is caught. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
After one, 7-3 the score. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He hits Adams complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Raiders are able to move back in front. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this way. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move.
Touchdown, Raiders! Davante Adams with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From the 29, Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they started some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 83 yards. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Past the 20. 5. And all the way in good for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones in the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. And Mahomes opting to keep this one. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Raiders 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Trent McDuffie just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback. but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
In motion, the tight end. They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On first down, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a two-score lead third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And it's complete to Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 32 yards. And the Raiders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Josh McDaniels has got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show, because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Oh, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Mahomes now on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Patrick Mahomes, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Raiders 30. Harrison Butker and a kickoff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Second and 4. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Renfrow. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On second down, they'll run it here. 72 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. .13 yards remaining on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Jones taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Hands it off out of the gun. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So a big one coming down for Harrison Bunker. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Bunker's kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. He's back to throw. Oh, the slant connects with Devontae Adams. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
10 yards gets them closer, but now it's 4th and goal. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Kansas City, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.